Hi guys, it's John here, and this is a battery drain test between the Galaxy S25 Plus and the Galaxy S25 Edge. So the 25 Plus has a 4,900 mAh battery, and the S25 Edge only has a 3,900 mAh battery. So the Plus has a 25% advantage for its battery size. You can see here how we've got the phone set up. We've got auto brightness on, Wi-Fi is off until after the Google Maps test, mobile data is always on, motion smoothness adaptive, display resolution QHD+, and performance profile is set to standard. So here we're just running through the phone call, and we did an hour phone call there where the phones lost around 5% and 6% respectively. We've now moved on to a 4K 30-minute video recording here, just to pretend that we're outside doing some videoing with our cameras. And by the end of this, we get down to 85% on the Plus and 84% on the Edge. Also keep an eye out on the top right of the screens where you can see the system temperature here. Interestingly actually, the S25 Plus does seem to get a bit warmer than the Edge, which I thought would actually be the other way around. We're now onto a video render here, and for some reason the S25 Plus took a lot longer than the Edge. After that we move on to Google Maps here, and we can see we're running this for 1 hour, and we're just scrolling around with the GPS enabled and obviously mobile data on here. So just to get an idea as to how much battery it might use in an hour of Google Maps. We finished this with 72% on the Plus and 70% on the Edge. Okay, now we are moving on to an hour of scrolling through X, and we can see here that the phones, again, they stay around the same temperature here, about 32 degrees each, with the Plus going up to 33 every now and again. So by the end of the hour of Twitter here, we have lost 7% on the Plus and 7% on the Edge. Okay, next we are moving on to an hour of scrolling through TikTok. So here we can see the phones warm up slightly more than they were with Twitter. Obviously they are loading videos here, but they're staying around the 33-34 degrees mark for both phones. After an hour of scrolling here, we lose 10% on the Plus and 11% on the Edge. Okay, so after our hour of TikTok, we are moving on to an hour of Instagram Reels here. And again, just scrolling and scrolling constantly for an hour to see how much battery we use. The Plus here uses 12% battery and the Edge uses 13% battery, so not a massive difference between them. Okay, next up we're moving on to the 3D Mark Still Nomad test, and this is basically the gaming test. So we're going to be running this twice, which will simulate about 40 minutes of gaming. Each run through this test lasts about 20 minutes. So we'll just run through this twice, that's 40 minutes of gaming, and that does see quite a big drop here in the batteries. After the first 20 minutes we're down to 34 and 29, and then after 40 minutes we're down to 26 and then 20. So in total 17 loss on the Plus and 19 on the Edge. Next up we move on to some YouTube here, so 60 minutes of watching 4K definition videos. After this test we were down 6% on the Plus and 7% on the Edge. Next up we move on to Prime Video, and we're just playing through a full film here. So this is a 2-hour film, and we just wait to see which phone dies first. If either of them are going to die here. Temperature wise they're doing both fine here, around 30 degrees, but we do start seeing the Edge here dropping down quite quickly now. We're 8 and 16%, so 8% difference between the two. And we can see the Edge here going into its low power mode where the screen goes very dim, and we're just down to the last few percent now on the Edge. Okay, and there goes the Edge with 9 hours and 32 minutes, which is pretty good really, considering its 3,900 mAh battery. That's not too bad at all. So we're just waiting for the film to finish here on the Plus, and we lost 12% there on the Plus, just using the last 8% here to go through some more TikTok, just scrolling and scrolling until the phone dies. Okay, and then we have it 10 hours and 42 minutes for the Plus. So there's quite a big difference there between the two, of well over an hour. So that extra 25% battery does give you an extra hour and a bit to go with. So if that's a deal breaker for you, then obviously the Plus is the one to go for here. I did some calculations on ChatGPT, and we can see that the average efficiency here for milliamp hours is actually going to the Edge with its smaller battery, using a bit less battery per hour than the Plus. So overall the S25 Edge is actually about 10% more efficient power wise than the S25 Plus, but that doesn't mean it's going to last longer. It's just using its power a bit better than the Plus is in this test. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do like and subscribe. Leave your comments down below if you've got any. And I will be doing a camera comparison test here between these two phones, so be sure to like, subscribe and hit the bell notification to be notified when that comes out.